Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. I just come back from a community over in Minneapolis, the tent city. I went over there to see if they were fed up with their conditions. Now let me set it up for you. I am a advocate for a God of love. A God that is responsible for the creation of all existence, including the earth and all that the earth is about, including human beings and what human beings are about. I am of the mindset that in this creative process, it was designed in such a way that human beings, in fact all living things, would have available to them whatever is required for survival. And for human beings, that includes food and clothing, shelter and education and health care. And since these things are so vital to every individual, by meeting these and having these met, it would produce and play a major role in the manifestation of peace amongst the people and prosperity, freedom, joy and happiness, and the fulfillment of their dreams. And having experienced these, they recognize that their needs, their wants, and their desires are met, which in essence gives them what they call heaven on earth, paradise on earth. And what makes it so essentially wonderful is that it exists because each of them engaged themselves and their gifts in the creative process. And all the heavenliness and paradiseness that exists, it does so by the workings of humankind for one another. Now that's good for me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't live this way. Nowhere on earth, as a social scientist, have I studied that this type of living is experienced. Oh, it might be experienced amongst certain groups within populations. You know, those people who have access to those things that it takes to move mountains, they might experience it. They are few. But the masses never do. And so what I'm actually trying to point out to everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is so important to me that for the past 40 years, I have spent my entire life championing this particular goal, this particular ambition, this particular desire. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have sought offices, public offices, President of the United States several times, Governor from the state of Minnesota at least once, Mayor of the city, St. Paul and Woodbury, Minnesota, and twice sought after the office of a United States Senator from the state of Minnesota. Now, all of this within that 40-year period. I have committed crimes against the people to get attention. I've been to jail and prisons supporting what I have just shared with you. I have gone to churches, I've traveled the country, I've worked with, or reached out to every governor possibly, missing only a few over the years, and their legislatures, presidents during that period of time, and the Congresses, and asking them to review my desire, my dream, and ask for their support. And I must tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, that out of everybody I have sought support from, I might have gotten 0.2% out of everybody out of that. And what I'm actually recognizing is that the people of this country who ask God for all of the things that I have shared with you will do nothing themselves to cause it to happen. They are expecting a miracle. They are waiting on Jesus to return out of the clouds and whip everybody else and make a miracle for them. These are the things that they are waiting, that they are anticipating. The churches, the community organizations, the governments that set up don't play that. They're satisfied with what they are doing. And if you are going to suggest any possible solution for any major problem, it cannot. It cannot involve anything about the eradication of the current system. And as one who speaks for God, who speaks for heaven, I know that heaven cannot exist with hell. And if this is a major part of hell, then everybody that's here is existing in hell. That includes all of you, everybody that believes in God, and me. So I recognize that. I also recognize that if this nation is not going to change because of a desire for what I've just mentioned, then if I am not going to change, I will eventually begin to have an effect. And having that, where the masses are still blind, I will be killed. That is the quick way of the state saying that they're not going for this. It's not accepted. And that they have the support of the people of this country. So the easiest thing to do is to wipe me out. But the flip side is that is the best thing for me. I can't make the people of this nation change. I can only commit my life. By committing my life, I have created a seed that will take me to life. And hey, killing me is the best thing that can happen to me. Not dying, not just dying out here from what evil has allowed to exist, sicknesses and diseases and old age and ugliness. Nah, I don't want to die from that stuff. Die from doing right in a place where right is not accepted. You got that, ladies and gentlemen? I hope I've made myself quite clear. Now I'm going to go home and see if I can find something else to do to make the lady feel good, all right? Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.